A string with the same finger patterns you've been using on D. So on A right now, you've been using open and 1. Okay? Cellos are going to add a 3 and a 4 for C sharp and D. Viola and violin are going to add on the A string, A, B, you're going to add a 2 for C sharp and a 3 for D, and it's that same finger pattern that you've been using on the D string. You're now just going to move it over to the A string. Basses, on your G string, on the G string, you know, the pattern starts off with, the patterns we just did, start off with a perfect 4th, right? Here comes the bride. On your G string, could you use your first finger, you're going to slide it up, and you're going to try and find that 4th. Here comes the bride, except it's going to start on a G. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride. This is the pitch you're listening for. On the G string, make sure you're on the G string with your first finger. Yes, and now could you all play open G to that first finger? Bum, 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 ready, go. Beautiful, you now know where third position is. Okay, that's where third position is. You should also pay attention to what your arm actually feels like. Okay, the interval, of course, is nice, being able to find it that way, but you'll also just learn kinesthetically. This is what third position feels like. That's how far up my arm and hand need to go, so pay some attention to that as you get used to it. Your first finger is on a C right now, but what we need in D major is not a C natural, but a C sharp. C sharp, so you're going to use a 2. You're going to use a 2 for that C sharp. Sorry. Good, and then a 4 is going to give you a D. Excellent, and I love what Tim just did. He played his open D, and then he played his 4 to see if they matched. Okay. It is, and I can see your G string moving, yeah, which means your left hand needs a little more weight into the string, and you'll get used to that, Brianna, as you get used to it. So, basses, would you kindly echo this back? This is C, C sharp, and D are your 3 options for pitches, okay? C, C sharp, and D. Sorry. Same thing. D. I'm going to change octaves, but it's the same pitch. Okay, that's a D again. Good adjustments. I like that you're sliding your hand. Some of you are a little too high. You're reaching too far with that 4. Thank you for bringing it back. Good. 4, 2, 4, 2. Four, 2, 4, 2. There you go. So now, basses, would you go to open G? Okay, you're going to go open G. Actually, tell you what, let's bring everybody back in. And we're going to do a quasi scale. You may remember this from last half of the semester. We're going to put a pause in for the basses to be able to shift up. So we're all going to start on open D, like we know and love. And then when we get up to B, we're going to pause briefly, because basses are going to go G, A, B. And then you're going to go whoop to C sharp, and then D. Okay? All right. Here is the speed of your scale, please. Open D, ready, go. Pause, please. Good. Basses slide on up to where you think C sharp is going to be. It's a 2. Okay, and cellos are on a 3, violins, violas are on a 2. Let's hear that C sharp and then D. Ready, go. Back down to C sharp. Breeze, basses slide on back to first position, a 4th finger. We're on a B. Ready, go. Nice job. One more time, same thing with a pause, and then we're taking the pause out, basses, but we'll give you one more chance. All right, same thing, open D, ready, go. Ready, go. Pause, please. Slide on back basses. They're on a 4. Ready, go. Very nice. Last time through basses, we're going to take the pause out. If you missed something, who cares? Just try to keep moving with us, okay? Right now, you're all doing a beautiful job of letting this arm be nice and loose. Your thumb moves with you. Everything is just very fluid. Please keep that up. It looks very nice. Here we go. Through the D major scale, up and down. And if you could say the letter names as you're going, that would be lovely. D, D, E, E. Ready, go. Song for Christine. Too bad we don't have any Christines in here. We could dedicate it to her. 33. Number 33. So basses, you notice the very first note is that high D. Yes? So before the tune even begins, you can find that D and make sure it's in tune. And then basses, look over the rest of the tune. Do you have to shift anymore? Yeah. No? Yes. What do you think, basses? Consensus. Do you have to shift again in this tune?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Where?
Measure to. What? Measure to.
No. Oh, sorry. I guess technically Ryan is correct. You have to shift in that you have to get back to first position. I did not ask the question. Well, you are correct that you go back to first position in measure 2. Yes, that's what you were all saying. I'm sorry. Yes. All right. I wasn't thinking of the first note as a shift because you're there already. Like you don't have to move within the tune. I'm sorry. I confused you. All right. So once you're down, basically what I'm after is once you're down, you stay down.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about coming back up again. All right, good. Important thing to look for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 33. Some of you recognized her from the last half of the semester. Here we go. I'll give you an intro and you're in. We're still pizzicato. Not the ceiling as you're playing, okay, and that your arm is up, your wrists are nice and straight coming out from the instrument. Flip on over to number 45. Like way too many pages. All right, well, I played through this tune. I'd like especially the basses to look through it and figure out where they need to worry about shifting. Where do you have to shift?
Last measure.
Very end, and that's it. Right? Nowhere else in the tune, just the very end. Nice catch of the cello. And violin, violoncello. Actually, basses see this too. But violin, violoncello, measure 4, and basses see it in measure 3. What does that bracket mean underneath the staff? What was it?
Your tunnel.
Tunnel. So you can leave your fingers down and they should tunnel over the string. So your F sharp and G can go down and your A you can still reach, right? Okay, makes sense? And basses in measure 3, you're playing your E and your G. You can put your E down and still reach your G with just your first finger down. Makes sense? You got a tunnel going. All right, let's give it a try, please, ladies and gentlemen. Really well in tune. Could I hear measure 5, please? Ready and go. Let's try that again. Everybody in the room, sorry, except the basses. Everybody over here should be tunneling. We should have tunnels from all of you. Ready and go. Once more, ready, go. Beautiful. Now 5 on to the end. F sharp A, ready, go. Rest. Yes, nice job. Good. Oh, and I love that the basses did their shift, but then also checked it to see whether it was right in tune with the D string. Nice job. You guys are just reading my mind for everything I want to suggest to you to do. Nice job. Number 92. A tune I believe you will be fairly familiar with. So basses are evaluating for shifts. Let's try it at that tempo. If we have to slow it down, we will. But let's try it there. And ultimately, I'd love to be, more like. But I won't get into you today. Yeah, not having it. Basses just learned how to shift for crying out loud. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A little intro, and then you're in at a nice steady tempo. Oh, great question. Yes, please play line A. Please play the top line. All right, and let's let our beautiful music come from silence. Oh, thank you. And it would help if I knew my intro. There we go. Let's take the repeat, please. Back to the beginning, and your hand and wrist are starting to slide back. It should, but it should rest here on your finger. It looked to me like your hand was starting to slide under and back. It should rest right at the base of your finger. Does that make sense? Right at the base of your finger. So that your wrist is basically just hanging straight up. Ah, gotcha. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. And Megan, sorry I missed you. I missed you were playing too. Your wrist was starting to turn kind of upwards like that as you were on like your first finger, especially all the bass came up and you turned. So just try to can, please. The next class we'll worry about speeding it up. Here we go through can.
Oh boy.